Have you ever wondered how hats are made? Welcome to a journey through a world where artistry and craftsmanship intertwine in the most captivating ways, where creativity meets tradition, the world of hat making. Hats, more than just mere accessories, hold a rich history that reflects our evolution in fashion and culture. From the ornate crowns of ancient Egypt to the chic berets of Paris, hats have always made a statement. They've spoken of status, of profession, of personality, and of style. In the age of mechanization, hat making or millinery remains a largely hands-on craft, a testament to the value of bespoke fashion. Each hat is a unique creation, a labor of love that marries form and function. As we embark on this exploration, we'll unravel the threads that weave this fascinating tale of design and creation. So hold on to your hats, folks. Stay tuned as we delve into the fascinating process of hat making. Before we dive into the process, we need to talk about materials. Let's start with wool, a popular choice for hat making. Wool is both warm and flexible, making it perfect for crafting cozy winter hats. But if you're after a lightweight summer hat, straw is your go-to. This material is known for its breathability, allowing heat to escape and keeping your head cool on those hot summer days. Next up, we have felt. This material, made from condensed wool or fur, is a classic in the hat world. It's durable, water-resistant, and can be shaped into just about any style you can imagine. And let's not forget about leather. This sturdy material is perfect for crafting durable, long-lasting hats with a sophisticated touch. But what about those fancy high-end hats? Well, they often use exotic materials like silk or even beaver fur for a luxurious finish. Now that we have our materials, it's time to get into the nitty-gritty of hat making. A hat starts with an idea, a sketch, a design. Just like a captivating story begins with a single thought, so does the journey of a hat. It's not merely a piece of clothing, it's a creation, a form of self-expression. It's the combination of someone's vision, inspiration and creativity, all funneled into a tangible object that will, one day, sit atop a head, creating a statement, a style, a persona. The design process is where the magic happens. It's where an idea, born in the mind of a designer, takes its first steps towards reality. Sketches are made, refined, discarded, and redrawn until there's a design that resonifies. A design that tells the story the designer wants to tell. It's a dance of lines and curves, a symphony of shapes and silhouettes, a play of proportions and perspectives. But what's a design without its materials? The choice of materials is heavily influenced by the design. A floppy sun hat requires light, breathable materials like straw or cotton. A chic beret may call for a rich wool or cashmere. A rugged cowboy hat would demand sturdy leather or felt. The design dictates the material, and the material in turn influences the design, creating a symbiotic relationship that shapes the final product. The design process isn't confined to the drawing board. It's a dynamic, iterative process that involves a lot of trial and error. Mock-ups are made, examined, adjusted and remade. Each iteration brings the design closer to its final form, refining it, polishing it, perfecting it. And then, one day the design is ready. It's no longer just a sketch on a piece of paper, it's a blueprint, a guide, a roadmap. It's a promise of what's to come, a preview of the final product, a glimpse of the future. With our design ready, we can now start the actual hat-making process. The first step in hat making is called blocking. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is blocking and why is it so crucial in the world of hat making? Well, let's dive right into it. Blocking is the transformative process that brings the hat to life, giving it the shape and form we all recognize. It's the first real glimpse of the hat's personality. In this process, the material, which we've previously selected and prepared, is shaped over a wooden form, also known as a block. Imagine an artist molding clay on a potter's wheel, bringing form and function to a lump of raw material. That's what blocking does for hat making. It's a delicate dance between the craftsman and the material, where the block serves as the stage. Blocks come in a variety of shapes and sizes, each designed to create a specific style of hat. From the elegant contours of a fedora to the jaunty tilt of a beret, each block is a blueprint, a guide to creating the perfect hat. Now, the blocking process starts with the material being moistened. This makes it more pliable and easier to shape. The moistened material is then stretched over the block. It's a careful process requiring a keen eye and a steady hand, as the material must be uniformly stretched to avoid any wrinkles or irregularities. Once the material is perfectly positioned, it's left to dry, allowing it to retain the shape of the block. This drying process can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days, depending on the material and the desired result. After drying, the material is removed from the block, revealing the basic form of the hat. It's a magical moment, seeing the transformation from a simple piece of material into something that carries a personality, a style, a story. With blocking done, we're halfway through. Up next, we add the details that make a hat special. But that's a story for another scene. For now, let's take a moment to appreciate the art of blocking, the process that gives a hat its soul. Now that we have our hat shape, it's time for the fun part, trimming. This is where the hat really begins to take on its own character, its own personality, if you will. Trimming a hat is all about adding those extra touches that transform it from a basic head covering into a stylish accessory. It's like adding the jewelry to an outfit or the icing on a cake. It's what makes the hat truly special. The type of trimmings used can vary widely depending on the style of the hat and the preferences of the person who will be wearing it. Some hats might be adorned with simple ribbons or bands, while others might feature more elaborate embellishments like feathers, beads, or even small pieces of jewelry. The process of trimming a hat starts with choosing the right materials. The options are almost limitless, and it's really about what speaks to you. Are you attracted to the softness of felt, the sheen of silk, the sparkle of rhinestones, or the natural charm of feathers? The choice is yours. Once you've chosen your materials, it's time to get creative. Trimming can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. You might choose to add a single elegant ribbon around the base of the hat. Or you might decide to create a more intricate design using a combination of different materials. The important thing to remember is that trimming is all about expressing your personal style. It's about creating a hat that not only protects your head from the elements, but also makes a statement about who you are. And of course, trimming isn't just about adding things to the hat, it's also about shaping and adjusting the hat to ensure the perfect fit. This might involve bending the brim, adjusting the crown, or even steaming the hat to achieve a specific shape. So there you have it, the trimming process in all its glory. It's a chance to let your creativity shine and create a hat that's truly one of a kind. Our hat is almost ready, but there's one more step before it's ready to wear. The final step in hat making is finishing. This is where our hat, which has journeyed from a mere idea to a tangible, stylish piece, gets its final touches. The finishing process is all about refining the hat, making sure it's not just wearable, but also a piece of art. Now, imagine a sculptor polishing a statue or a jeweler inspecting a diamond. That's exactly what happens in the finishing process. The hat is thoroughly cleaned first. It's crucial to ensure that no dust or unwanted particles have made their home in the fabric during the previous stages. This cleaning process can be as simple as a gentle brushing or as detailed as a careful spot cleaning, depending on the material and design of the hat. Next comes the trimming of any loose threads. Remember, we're aiming for perfection here. Loose threads are like the unfinished sentences of a story. They're distracting, they make things look messy, and they can even affect the overall durability of the hat. So each thread is meticulously snipped, and each seam is checked to ensure a clean finish. Then it's time for the final inspection. This is where the hat maker becomes the hat critic, scrutinizing every detail. The shape of the hat, the placement of the trimmings, the neatness of the seams, and the overall look of the hat are all under the microscope. If there are any imperfections, the hat goes back a step to be corrected. Only when the hat passes this rigorous inspection does it get the seal of approval. It's at this stage that the hat is no longer just a hat. It's a testament to the craft of hat making, a symbol of style and personality, a piece of wearable art that's ready to make its mark in the world. And there you have it, a hat from concept to creation. The finishing process brings the hat's journey full circle, ensuring that every hat is not just a product, but a masterpiece. So the next time you don a hat, remember the meticulous process that went into making it just for you. So we've taken a journey from design to finished product. We started with the raw materials, the canvas of our creation. We dove into the design process, where creativity meets functionality, where a simple sketch turns into a blueprint for our hat. Then we ventured into the blocking process, shaping and molding the materials to form the structure of our hat. No hat is complete without the trimming process, where we added those fine details and embellishments, and finally, the finishing process where every stitch and trim is checked, ensuring the hat is nothing short of perfect. It's through these steps, design, blocking, trimming and finishing, that a hat comes to life. A culmination of artistry, precision and craftsmanship. Each hat is a story told by the hands of its maker. Next time you see a hat, you'll appreciate the craftsmanship that goes into making it. Thank you for joining us on this hat-making adventure.